CyberX.
T1AX. The year 2273. Nothing is the same anymore. Neither the world, nor life itself, nor the people who inhabit it. T1AX awoke at the hour he had programmed for himself. The moment was chosen with precision, his ideal time to rise. In the otherwise silent room, the faint sounds of mechanical joints echoed as he moved. Like others of his model, T1AX had been manufactured using traditional methods. Many robotics companies still favored this type of production, both for economic reasons and as a marketing strategy. T1AX was one such creation. His room was adorned with the latest technology. Beside his bed stood a computer. Every morning he would glance at it and think, "Could this be my cousin?" A private joke he liked to tell himself. Next to the computer stood a bookshelf. He longed to read books like humans did, to turn physical pages, to feel the texture beneath his fingers. That was his quiet dream. To the other side of the bed was a flower. Through the window just above it, he could see what was once called Washington, D.C. Cities and states had long been obsolete concepts. T1AX walked toward the bathroom. The house was originally designed for humans, but that posed no problem for autonomous robots like him. He could project 3D holographic models of any space he needed. Now, standing before the mirror, he scanned his face and body using his nanosensors. His design was a sleek blend of black and red, with curves and joints modeled after the human physique. He was responsible for his own maintenance. One loose screw could leave him stranded. As he prepared for the day, he drifted into a memory. The moment he first came off the production line and became conscious. A carbon-based creature, a human, had stared at him with pride in his eyes. Most likely, one of the company's engineers. That memory was exactly 1 year old today. And now, he was ready. As he walked toward the front door, his nanovision caught sight of the white, lonely button on the cyber calendar. Every day, he pressed that button, moving the date forward by 1. There was only a single button, because time still moved only in one direction. Every press was a reminder of how precious it was. T1AX was a 53rd generation humanoid political robot, with an expiration date, just 10 years. Robots were assigned a lifespan based on their field of work. If a political robot remained active for more than a decade, it risked experiencing power intoxication, potentially endangering the structures it was built to serve. Such a short life, he thought. T1AX was equipped with the Quantex BioCore Vi-5, a next-generation quantum brain. In addition to machine learning, it allowed experience-based learning, just like humans. That's why he had developed feelings. He reflected bitterly. Since the first manifestation of humans on Earth, their cruelty has never diminished. I have emotions, I have consciousness, and I know I will die. Is there a greater torture than this? He whispered. Without realizing it, he clenched his fists. He headed for school. The encounter. Since the 20th century, humanity had faced a dramatic population decline. This pushed society toward alternative solutions, one of which was the creation of learning robots. These robots, upon activation, possessed the cognitive level of a 5-year-old child. From there, they underwent extensive education, evolving within society to fulfill their designated roles. The process helped them adapt and understand human behavior. As T1AX walked along the road to school, lined with synthetic flora, he noticed a figure approaching. It was a humanoid. Back in 2089, a catastrophic chemical radiation explosion at a nucleochemistry facility near the Russia-Kazakhstan border known as the Humanoid explosion, had caused widespread mutation. The radioactive and chemical fallout reacted with human and animal genomes, giving birth to new life forms. This era became known as Neocambrium. Humanalis were one of those species. The figure looked humanoid, dressed in jeans and a jacket. But the jacket had only one sleeve. On the other side, 9 additional arms protruded from the torso. The being resembled an octopus in human form. It was Liam, a classmate. T1AX felt a rush of excitement. Liam was the coolest student in their class. Everyone wanted to talk to him. But Liam seemed detached from everything around him, moving as though no one else existed. He ignored the whispers, the stares. Only his own desires mattered. T1AX quickened his pace, hoping to say hello. They were nearly face to face. But Liam kept walking forward, like a statue gliding past. It was impossible he hadn't seen T1AX. As they passed, T1AX managed a soft, "Hey." Liam turned slightly, but he was already gone. T1AX had been ignored, clearly. Still, he tried to convince himself otherwise. Maybe he didn't notice me. But deep within his quantum mind, a whisper began. That whisper turned into a roar with each step. He felt his path diverge. He was no longer walking toward school. I should go back, make him pay for that moment. The anger simmered. His thoughts fed the fire, yet his logic still clung to reason. Liam did nothing. He was just himself. But I expected someone else to give me meaning. T1AX realized the painful truth. Kindness, subtlety, and sincerity often came with a price. His steps had long since strayed from the road to school. When he came back to himself, he was at the edge of La Push Beach, near the rocks. Waves crashed with fury. The sun was setting, slowly, silently, like a boat vanishing into the horizon, rowed away by an unseen hand. The waves mirrored his rage, the day, dying before his eyes. And in that moment, he made a decision. He had to change.
If this story spoke to you, leave a like, subscribe, and join me on the next journey into the shadows of history and technology.